I'm always drawn to tradition and like meaning behind everything. It needs to be something more than delicious food.
Inside 24 Suns.
So this is our 5 regions half duck. So 5 regions, we have 5 plates.
Cuisine from different regions of China, filled with intense flavors.
So from Southeast China is Fujian cuisine. So really known for bright, herbaceous flavor. And then from Cantonese cuisine, Guangdong, we have a broken rice congee with the braised duck neck.
So savory, and it just really makes you want more.
Chef and co-owner Nick Weber.
Why are you so drawn to Chinese food?
I think number one for me is storytelling. I'm just so drawn to these histories, and even when I was cooking at other restaurants, that was like a motivation for me, was finding the kind of histories and traditions that drove that cuisine.
The name of the restaurant references the Chinese agricultural calendar.
We try to change a few dishes with every solar term. I see something beautiful at the market, I'm buying it, and it doesn't matter if I have a dish, like we'll make a dish to serve something great. So here we have our jasa with doubanjiang butter.
Dumplings pleated to perfection, filled with scallops and shrimp, topped with a charred pineapple.
Doubanjiang itself, very spicy and intense. You kind of mellow it out through some butter, and it has this creamy texture.
That is excellent.
Thank you.
Chef Nick was raised by his mother in Rancho Bernardo, went to high school in Escondido. He fell in love with cooking as a teenager. He attended culinary school in the Bay Area, was trained in French technique, and eventually started working for one of the most respected chefs, not just in San Diego, but in the world. Chef William Bradley has been featured on CBS 8 before.
What was the experience like working for him the first time?
Amazing, also insane. You know, I was 20, and like what I always talk about is how, like I didn't just learn to cook there, like I learned how to be like an adult. Like just those very basic life skills, a super disciplined kitchen.
At Addison, he met Chef Jacob Jordan. The two became friends. During the pandemic in 2020, Chef Nick chose to venture out on his own.
I took Jacob out to dim sum, and you know, he's working steadily at 3 Michelin star restaurant, and I was just like, well, do you want to do our own thing?
What was his initial reaction when you proposed this idea?
I think he was very surprised, right? He was definitely taken aback, and we were enjoying dim sum. Like, I don't think he has had nearly as much like Chinese food at that point as I had had. He was like, I don't know anything about that. And I was like, no, but you know how to cook. I'll teach you.
In 2021, they started doing pop-ups in Jacob's backyard and other spots around San Diego.
You set a goal for yourself when you were young, right?
Yeah, early on I thought, oh, it'd be great to have a restaurant by 30. I didn't want having a restaurant to be the end of my career, or like, you know, the twilight of my career. I wanted that to be something I got to enjoy and do for a very long time.
24 Suns opened last summer, just days before his 30th birthday.
And that was a really proud moment too. Like, that's my food in this dining room. It's not a compromised version of the food.
And this past May, a big step forward. The restaurant was added to the Michelin Guide.
So what was it like in the moment you were named to the Michelin Guide?
It was shocking. I mean, it was a lot. It was intense. And I see the email come in, and it's just like, and like, they're like, what? You know, I'm just like stopping entirely and just, I can't. I remember just that change overnight was, oh my God, look at the reservations for the rest of the week, like that day. Look at the reservations next week. And it was like, oh wow, I need people now.
That must have been so exciting though.
It's so exciting.
And he says this is just the beginning. Kelly Hessedal, CBS 8.